All right, all right. Good evening, and my name is Joram, and welcome to my tutorials. And today, our mandate is very simple. Tonight, what I'm going to be uh, teaching you tonight is simply ospf. Now, ospf, what we are going to do in how to connect different routers with different switches plus a PC. So what we are going to do, it's very simple. So at the end of this configuration, we want to be able for the PCs to communicate with each other. So like for example, if I may show you here, like if I make this PC here and this, you'll see down here in progress, and it has failed just because they are communicating for the first time. I'll try again, and here, and I make this show you see in progress, and you see the success is the message here is successful. So when I go ahead, I first delete this one. So when I go ahead and I simulate to you, so you're seeing how uh the communication, you're seeing the communication right now. So going from that PC, it's coming down up to this PC that initially had what had sent message to. So it will do the same. It will continue going like this and comes back to this PC for the communication to be what to be complete. So we shall not be wasting a lot of time there. So what we are going to do, our mandate tonight is to achieve this, how to configure this, or how to come up with this thing, this kind of configuration or topology. So first of all, you go ahead and open your Paco tracer. So I will end this, and for my case, I have already here something. So this is what I have. So I've already come up with three routers, three switches, and three and six pieces. So what we are going to do here, we are going to connect this. So first, I'm going to connect the switches with a PC. So what we use normally is the straight through cable that we always know. I will go this one. I'll start from this. So allow me to connect this thing so fast, and we dive into it. This one also, I connect to this, and I come here. I'll use the same. I connect from here. First 002. That one is done. I go to the next. I connect this so fast. Mm, Connect this as well. Mm, I also connect this. Oops, I didn't pick. So I connect this to my PCs like this. Something I'm doing that's not okay. Okay, let me pick it again. Okay, let me pick it again. I think this is the one. Like this to this. Okay, and I will use the same to connect to this. Like this also. Same. So there our connection. It's done from the router to the switch to our PCs. So what I'm going to do here, next thing what I'm going to do, we are going to connect this. We are going to connect what? Our routers. So to connect our routers here, we have to give this our router the serial ports. So to give the serial ports, we are going to go to the first router. So since I want to connect to, I want it to be, I'm going to connect to several ports. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to use W. I'm not going to use WCI 1T. So what I'm going to do, you have to first come here, you close it, you switch off the router. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use second T or 2T. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to click here. So this comes, I come here. I drag this here, and I also drag this over here. So what I come back and I put on my switch on. So that one is done. So I go to the next switch, router rather, sorry. So I come, I do the same here. I'm going to switch this one off. I come here, I take this one here, and I also take this one here, and I come back and I put on my switch on, my router on. I go back, I go to the third router. The router, I do the same, I switch it off. I click here, I come this, I drag this here, and also I drag this here. So by doing this, you are assigning the serial ports to your what? To your router. So what I'm going to use, the switch, the cable that we are going to use to connect, I'm going to use this serial cable called DC. I'm going to use a serial cable called DC DTE serial cable. So what I do rather, I click here, I come to the first cable. So I'm going to choose the first serial number port, that is 000. I connect here also, I come here, then I choose to 001. After again, I pick this, I connect to 00. I come and I choose perhaps maybe 00. You have seen what I chose. Then I come here also, I choose maybe perhaps, okay, 00. So by doing that, we have connected our router. So the next thing, we are going to give this IP address. So I'm going to start from here. So I'm going to give this simple IP address. I start on saying this 1.2.6.9.1.1. So meaning that all of this network here, it's going to be in this class of the IP address. So when I come here, what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to give here 1.2 for the first PC, and for the second PC, I'll give it I'll give 1.3. So when I come here also, I'll do the same IP address 1.9, not the same IP address rather. This one is going to be 2.1. So meaning here that also the IP address of this network is going to be 2. So here what I'm going to do here, I'm going to say 2.2. Then here what I'm going to give to this PC is 2.3. So I come here also, I give the same IP, I give another IP address of this one 1.6.8, that's going to be 3.1. So meaning that all of this network is carrying 3. That's a 3.2. Then this one simply is 3.3. So after all this, I push I come a little bit, come here. So I extend this thing in front here. I extend this thing in front here. So after doing all these things, what I'm going to do next? So what I'm going to do next, let us first configure this. So I'm going to show you the simplest way, of what? Of configuring this, simply by clicking now. What I'm going to let us give IP addresses also here. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to give also IP address here. The first one is 10.0.1. Then this one is going to be 10.0.0.2. Now this one is going to be this one going to be 11.0.0.1. Sorry, .1. Then this one it will be 11.0.0.2. That's what's going to be there. So simply what I'm going to do, these are the IP address that we are going to assign here. Now that you have given IP address to air, so it's the time for us to start what? To start our configuration. So I come to the first router here. I click on it. So what I do, I'm not going to use the CLI here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to come to configuration. Then I go to the first. I choose the first. So you first come. Let us come back and here, and you see. So when I click on here, when I pass my cursor here, you see that the serial ports that I'm having here, the serial ports I'm having here is 0, 0, 0, 000, the other side is 0001. So when I come back here and I click my thing, so I click my router, so I come to first internet, the first Ethernet, that was 0, where the first internet that was 00. Okay, let us first, okay, the first internet is 000 here. I click on it, wait for it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give the other IP address, which is 10.0.0.1. When I click on here, automatic, the subnet marks comes. I check mark here. Then I also come here, the first internet. First internet is 01. The first internet is 00. I click on it. Give it some time. So I give this IP address over here. You see this IP address? I'm going to assign here. So that's that's 192.16. That's .1.1. So when I come here also, automatic it comes. I check mark on this one. So you are now seeing that there's this one is changing to yellow, it's changing to green. So when I come here also, I'm going to the next next router. I click on the next. I click on the next router. So what I'm doing, I'm going to go to config here. So first I start with the first internet 0.0.0. So I give the second IP address. If you can see that IP address, this is IP address 2.1. I come here, I do like this. I give 192.168.2.1. So that one is done. I'm going to check mark here like this. So now what I'm going to do, remember here when I pass here my cursor here, I want to see I want to see the serial port. So the serial port of this router here on this side, it's 001. So I come back here, I click on my router. So I'm going to look for 001, serial port 001 here. I click on this 001. When I click on when I click on this 001, what I do, 001, I'm going to give this IP address, that is the 10.0.0.2. is what I'm giving, I'm assigning there. So when I come here like this one comes automatic. I check mark on this. So when you go back, you're going to see this one has changed to what? Also to green. So I go back to the same router. We are assigning this now. I'm going to assign this IP address of this side. So the IP address here, if I put here, I'm going to see that I'm looking for the serial ports. So I place here, the serial port is 010. So I come here, I click on I come to 010. This is 1. I click it. I come here. I say 11.0.0.2. So when I come here like this, I click on it. Not, is it 11.2? No, 11. That this one's supposed to be 11.1. Here 11.1. So and I come here. What I do also here. Oops, sorry. What I do, I come. Some little problem. Let me push this in front a little bit. So when I come here, I check mark this as well. So I go back. So now I'm going to come to this router, the last router, that's router number 2. I click on that router number 2. So I go to config also as well. So first internet here, I click on that first internet. So what I do here, I give the IP address 192.168.3.1. So we all know where I got this 3.1. I want to show you. That's where the IP address is coming from for the first internet. So after that, I check mark on this, and you will see that the color is changing. I will go back to that same router, and I look for this serial port here. Let me go back for this serial port or serial number, the way how you can call it. So when I pass my cursor here, you are going to see the serial port is 000. So I click here and I come to I look for serial port 00. I click on it, I wait it to come. So I'm giving it 11.0.0.2. This one comes automatic. I check mark on this one. So ladies and gentlemen, now you are seeing that all our communications now, all the configuration has changed to green, meaning that we all have at this point everything is correct. But now we need this PC to we need now this PC1 to communicate to PC3 to communicate to PC4, and PC4 also to communicate to PC1 and PC2, like that. So what I'm going to do after configuration of this, so I'm going to come back to I'm coming back to the first PC here. So what I'm going to do here at this point, I'm going to give the IP, assigning IP address to those PC. So I come here quickly. So what I'm going to do, allow me to do this quickly. 68. And don't forget also here the the default gateway. The default gateway, how we get a default gateway? The default gateway is the IP address the IP address of the router by the default. So that's how we get a default gateway. If for at all this one was 2.1, that's what you're supposed to put here for as a default gateway. So I go to so our first network is done. So I go to the second one. So that one, the second network also is done. We come to this. So, ladies and gentlemen, so we are finished to assign the IP address to our PC. So right now, when I click on this PC here, I go back to this PC. I go to command prompt for this PC. When I say IP config like that, I'm able to see my IP address, and I want to see if I can ping some IP address like 1.2.1.6.3.3. So when I press enter, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. So you are seeing that we are able to communicate with another PC from the different network. So from there, now what I want to show you here is very simple. So I want to now we have assigned everything. At this time around, I just click here. What I do, let me just recap it. So to configure this using the CL here, the CLI rather, you can also use this interface here. You see interface, you select what you want here, then you assign IP address for it. So now that is done. So right now we need to I need to, when I send a message from this computer to this one, You are seeing here it's failing. So when I try for the second time again and I try again, you are still seeing it's failing. So that's where our our ospf comes from. Now, how do I assign this ospf? So I click on this router, the first router. I'm going to go here. You see here, you see routing, you see static, and I see RIP. So when I click on RIP here, it's telling me here network. So on the other on CLI, you're going to write the router, then you write OSPF 1 or router 2, like that. So you press, you go, you dump on enter. After enter, you put in the network, or maybe network, you sign IP address like that. But this one is a simple way of doing it. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to include all the networks that that my topology is sharing. I have here router 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to include all the IP addresses in all this in all these routers. So what I'm going to do is here is very simple. So I come here and I just say 10.0.0.0. I add this. So I also go to 11.0.0.0. I add this. Then I'm going to add a default whatever here like this. So this one was 1.0. Add that one. I also come to this. I add 2.0. Then finally I add what? 3.0. So after adding all, I've assigned all, I'm assigning the IP addresses of all the different whatever routers in each router. So sorry for that interruption. Yes. So now after that, I'm coming to the second router. I'm going to do the same thing. The second router. The second router also I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to come here. I click on this. I'm going to add on this. That's 0.1. I add this. Also I come here, I add this is supposed to be 2.0. I come here, I add that's supposed to be 3.0. I add that one, but don't forget to add 10.0.0.0. Then again, you also add 11.0.0.0. So after that one, I go to my third router here. I also do the same to the third router. Where I come here, I come to add. I'm going to start by adding this. This one's supposed to be 0. Yes, I add this. So, and I come here, press this. This one's supposed to be 2.0. I add this. This one's supposed to be 3.0. I add it, and not forget 11.0.0.0. You add that one, and not forgetting 10.0.0.0. So by doing like this, so when we go here and we check now our communication, I'm going to delete this for you to confirm. So right now, when I'm trying to send a message from this PC1 to PC number 5, you're going to see the progress. It's failing because you are doing it for the first time. Try again. I send this and I send this. So you are seeing now it's successful. So right now, when I delete on this one, then I go here, I come here. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to simulate for you to see. Now you are seeing the message. Oops, I'm not simulating. So you are seeing there's a message there's a communication that's going from this PC1. It's coming like this. It's coming from there. It's in the second router. It's coming to the third router. And it's coming there, and that's it. Switch. And it's here coming to the PC that I made it to communicate with. So it will go like this and come back like this, and it will show you that and you see here it's saying that is in what is in progress. So after it will change that it has gone to what to success, like that is coming It's coming back. It's coming back. It's coming back. And I want you to see that simulation. And boom. And here is showing it's now here you are seeing it has changed to what? To successful. So here, meaning that even if now, let me end that. I end what? I end that. So meaning even if now here you send here a message to here, it will go. It will first say fail. Sometimes say fail because you are doing it for the first time. You try it again and you see it's working now. You are seeing here is successful. Now that's the easiest way how you can configure this, or you can do what I call ospf without using what? Without using CLI, just using, you're going to just go to config and you configure everything. So I hope you enjoy and I hope you like, and hope this tutorial was helpful to you. So one thing I want to add on this, so I'm going to pull this down. I'm going to pull this thing down like this. Let me add just something small. I'm going to pull this thing down like this. And here I'm going to make another, I'm going to add another port here. I'm going to, this time I'm going to select 001 and I come here 001 as well. So I come this, so what I'm going to do here, you also give IP address. So this one I'm going to give IP address of 12. I come here, it was 00 what? It was 001 here. I click on it. So here I'm going to give 12.1.12.0.0.1. Oops, dot one. I do like this, I check mark. Then here also I come and this, it was also 001. So what I do, I give 12.0.0.2. I do like this and I check mark. So when you see my thing has also changed to green. Now I'm avoiding when I send when maybe a message is being sent from this PC to this, I'm avoiding it being going like this and going like this. Now see what I'm going to do, sir. To make this thing also happen, we go to this router. I'll go back to this, the first router here. Then I'll go to RIP and I'll add also 12.0.0.0. Get, and I come also here, I go to the same, I add 12.0.0.0. Then I also come the last router here, I also add 12.0.0.0. Now you watch what is going to happen here after that. So right now, when I send message from this PC to this PC, it's saying it's failing for the first time because we are doing it for the first time. So I want us to do again. I want us to send again. I want us to send again. I'm going to send here a message from here to this, to the last PC here like this. Seeing success. So successful rather. So when I simulate, when I come here and I simulate, now you see this time around, see where this, see the route, this where the route, where the communication is going to choose. So this time around is not going through this, through this router. It's going to choose the shortest route. Now you see this is the shortest route now and comes here. So meaning right now, if I want to communicate to this if that is PC1 and PC3 want to communicate to this to PC 4 and 5, even if this route is blocked, uh, the communication can still be complete via this route. So if I want to communicate to this PC, like I want to communicate to this PC and I block this and this, they cannot still use. If this line also is blocked and I want to communicate to this PC, I can okay, if this is also blocked and I want to communicate to this PC, see the information, see the communication will go like this. You see my cursor is come like this and comes like this and comes back to this. So thank you for watching. That was been so brief. I never wanted to be so long. But if you missed out anything, you try to play the video slowly and you definitely understand. So thank you very much. My name is Joram and thank you again.